Folks, you know why? Been a rocky 48 hours. Actually, even today, work didn't go the greatest, but whatever. Not gonna complain about that. Um, just gonna say, I guess I know a lot of freaking idiots over the years. Right now, somebody's really mad at me because one individual on Facebook on a post started mouthing them off, calling them some unpleasant names. And then I guess you guys know the story. On the weekend, went out, and then some idiot friend of mine decides to start getting in my other friend's face and talking mad, gibberish shit, stuff he didn't even know. Well, now this individual is pretty pissed off at me. I mean, I can see why. Not only is it two of my friends that personally attacked him, but it's like they're thinking right now, what have I said to these guys? Are these guys my hired goons? Like, because some of the stuff they've said, like, makes it look like I've told these guys things which I haven't. I haven't talked shit about this person or really, like, said any secrets or nothing. But at the same time, the way both these separate incidents happen, there's, what can I say? When there's smoke, there's fire. Sometimes perception is reality. That was one thing I learned, especially when I was working security work at a mall. Especially there's times I've had to take down guys pretty heavy, especially after they punch me in the side of the head or something. But by the time somebody comes around with a cell phone camera, there's me with my knee on the side of their head. So it looks like I was the goon. Meanwhile, there was a whole bunch of things escalated to that point why I have my knee on the side of that guy's head pressed against the wall. But then I guess similar when one individual has been attacked by two different people I know, and some of the stuff they said, does look bad. It does look bad on me. I mean, in retrospect, the two people that fucking were talking shit should have been talking shit to begin with. Thank you very much, you assholes. One I'm not too mad at, but the other one I'm done with that person. I've given the guy many inches, and he took 100,000 miles over the years. Especially all he asks is for favors and could I get a ride here and stuff. In fact, when I first met up with him that night, his very first words were, "Could you give me a ride to Home Depot?" When I've explained to him many times, like last year, I got in a tiff with him because I said, I've told him straight up, the only time you want to fucking call me, it seems like, is when you want a favor or I need a ride somewhere. Your famous lines are, Shane, could I get a ride here? Or Shane, could I get a favor to ask you? And does it all over again and again. Sure, the guy's done me favors once in a while. But that's the thing. He uses one favor he's done for me and then throws it back in my face about 10 fucking other times after that to get 10 favors from me. And it's like, I don't know. Like I said, I don't really got to worry about the shit anymore. It's now officially going to be water under the fridge. My doctor, when I was going through a whole bunch of shit last year, said to start cutting toxic things out of your life, toxic people. I was trying to do so, but now I'm still trying to give individuals the benefit of the doubt because I've known some of these individuals for so long. And not just that, because like during the one tiff I had between two of my so-called close buddies, both over the exact same reason, and I let them have it that night because they were together. Well, my dad had to be the one. Oh, well, you've known these guys forever. They're your brothers, yada, yada, yada. But you know what? It doesn't, more I come to terms, and it even includes family. It doesn't matter how long you know somebody. If they were a piece of trash 10 years ago, and they haven't shown signs they're not going to stop being a piece of trash 10 years later, How much benefits are the delts, and how much more leeway can you give that person? Especially then you're gonna have another 10 years of them being a piece of shit. So that's 2 decades of being a piece of shit. Or 3 decades, like, and it's so on and so forth. I mean, I know people that have had to cut family out of their lives because of those reasons. And you know what? It's no different with friendships. So, but I just don't know how the hell I'm gonna repair this one. I look guilty by association, so be it. But I mean, that's what I get for keeping freaking idiots around me for so long. I should have learned my lesson many years ago. I especially should have learned my lesson last year when I fucking had it and pretty much almost tried to fight two of these guys. So I just don't know where to go from here because I don't want to lose this one friend. Then I'd officially, like, this person can barely come out as it is just because of the way their life works and stuff. That's fine. That's life. But it's pretty much my lost friend in town. So it's the last thing I want to do is lose my lost friend in town, especially when I know this person's a good-hearted person and been good to me. I mean, me and this person have had differences a couple times, but we always kiss and make up. Me and this person are both a little bit stubborn. I mean, me and this individual. That's probably why we got some difference of opinions because we're just the stubbornness. But we both end up, like I say, kissing and make up and realize it was just something stupid and trivial. But that's the thing with these individuals that I'm cutting out of my life. It's like, yeah, okay, maybe there's some trivial things I'm mad of, but there's a lot more things to that. And it's not just a small list like this. This is like a long escalating list like that. So, just don't know where to go from here. I know a lot of people have suggested clubs and all this stuff for hobbies. I've been checking it at a few, especially RC clubs. One RC club takes place on Tuesday and Thursdays, but I work afternoon shift 4 weeks out of the week, so that's not even the 2 weeks I'm on day shift. I got to be up at 4:30 in the morning, so I can't go to an event that starts at 8:30, about a half hour from where I live, because that means I'm not getting home till 11:30. Well, I mean, even if the races were only 2 hour longs, that's like 10. Yeah, so yeah, even then, that estimate's not far off, 11:30. I just, yeah, mentally and physically, I can't do that to myself. Okay, as much as this would be a hobby I would love to do or get involved in, especially I'm already halfway there. Like I said, I gotta, one, if I can't go to the events for 4 straight weeks, and then the next 2 weeks it starts so late at night that it's like right when I should be going to bed for my day shift schedule. It's just can't be done unless I really want to be a cowboy for those 2 weeks and get no sleep. But no, I'm smarter than that. There's good reasons why I don't. There's good reasons why I don't even hang out with people late at night on weeknights because of those said reasons. I don't wake up well at 4:30 in the morning, and that's even with good sleep, sufficient sleep. So, but also they have a league races Saturday. But that being said, it's a super higher class. Looking at you have to get a higher performance ECU motor. I'd have to get a different truck altogether, and I'd be looking at like $1,000, couple $1,000 range right now, which that's not a hobby I could be dipping into right now, or an event, because I got expenses to be looking after. Especially, I just bought another rim set. I got to go get the snow tire swapped. You guys know about all that. So, I've got to get that done. Just to buy those rims and tires alone before the whole mounting and all that jibber jabber. That's a lot as it is. Or, I mean, that's taking quite a bit of my funding right there. I'm not broke by any means, but at the same time, I can't just be spending money stupidly. Uh, yeah, and then yeah, actually, and then I was checking a few other clubs, and yeah, a lot of things happen when I gotta work. But I mean, at least I still got my week. I mean, the thing I can't complain about the way I'm scheduled is at least I still have my Saturday, Sunday. I'd rather sacrifice stuff during the week to have the Saturdays, Sundays off because especially that's times when I could find more golfing partners on the weekends. Um, Sundays, I love my NASCAR. I love my football. I just love auto racing in general. So that's why I love waking up on Sundays. So, I mean, at least I got those days. I guess, yeah, those are kind of hobbies, but football season's almost going to the Super Bowl now. And these guys didn't do nothing this year, so there's no playoff. There was no playoffs for them. And NASCAR's still another few more months away. So I guess, and then especially right now, the weather conditions, I can't golf. So that's where it was just like, oh, I really, really need to find something off season just for those 3-4 month weekends or whatever that nothing's going on. But yeah, truth be told, with this one individual, I'm just glad I'm not gonna be talking to them anymore. They tried to tell me how much of a good friend they were and they stood up for me and all this stuff for that, but it's like, well, one, I've seen you verbally attack females. Two, some of this guy's friends have melted me off in his house. He's never told them to shut up, never stepped in because he didn't want to hurt any feelings, but has no problem going after a girl and trying to verbally beat her down supposedly on my behalf. That's cowardly. That's cowardly, and I wouldn't expect anything less from people from Montreal, to be brutally honest. Oh, did I say too much there? Ooh. But, yeah, I'm trying to make a smart-ass joke there, but, yeah, that's what just boggles my mind, how these individuals in their mind could think they've done so much or try to say, oh, like they did this for you. Well, where were you these other times? See, it's just more along the lines, you only did this when it fit you and fit you for you to be able to, I don't know whether just to go off on somebody just to feel better or what. But like I say, well, if you were so protecting my honor and all this shit, you would have shut some of those guys up that were melting me off in your house on many different occasions. Same individual on many occasions to boot. And then the one time I went and, because this guy also used to think he was such a tough guy, come by and push people and stuff like that, give him a quick little. So the one time, now after I told this guy, the guy that owns the house that I was friends with, told him, listen, man, you better tell that fucking goof to lay off. Because you know what, man? Every time I come to your house, he's always fucking harassing me and a few others. And I told him, I will fucking fight back. And it's not going to be by words. No, wouldn't do nothing because he's scared to hurt that other friend's honor. And it had to just turn out to me fucking just grabbing the guy and fucking judo throwing him on the ground. And I was about ready to fucking throw him some shots. And again, this guy started at first. He had me by the scruff of the collar when I told him, you fuck off already, you fucking bully goon. So he acting like a drunk tough guy he is, had me by the collar. So I fucking just lifted him up, slammed him on the fucking tiles. And fucking, now it's pretty much self-defense as far as I'm concerned, especially when warning the house owner, this guy's done a million fucking things a million fucking times every time I come here. This is why I don't like coming here. And I get kicked out of the house. So again, this guy that tries to say he's such a good buddy, he's always had my back. Well, no, you've let so many fucking people try to take liberties at me. But a thing was, oh, they were your friends, and two, they were men. But no, you have no problems going after fucking females and giving them the fucking business. Fucking coward. I really hope, I don't give a shit if anybody from my town actually sees this video and the word gets around, because it's a lot of people know I don't give a shit about a lot of you anymore for a lot of these said reasons. A lot of you got coke problems. If you don't have coke problems, then you fucking are such bad alcoholics you can't even keep your kids and they're taken by the fucking government. Some of you can't seem to fucking hold a job because you think life's a big fucking party, even in your 30s. Some of you don't even like the work, period, and that's what makes me pissed off and ashamed, because you're fully able-bodied people. When I know people that are on disability that can't work, but they want to work, so especially because they're getting such little checks on their disability. Meanwhile, there's assholes like you in the world that can work, fully physically able to work, and just don't want to. And that's the thing that angers me, especially when I see Cluster bring up the homeless problems. It's a lot of these guys that were homeless were just dealt a bad hand, whether it was a divorce or they got an injury, got hooked to pills because of a bad doctor, stuff like that. A lot of these homeless guys that were dealt bad hands and don't deserve to be homeless. But these goofs that don't want to fucking work, think life's a big party. You know what? You guys are the ones that deserve to not have a roof. I mean, nobody deserves not to have a roof over their head, but I'm saying if it comes to these homeless people that were just dealt a bad hand compared to these fucking goofs that just don't want to work or fucking party all the time, those are the ones that should be the ones fucking sleeping in the minus 30 fucking weather. Not these guys that were just dealt a bad hand. But unfortunately, the way the laws of the world works, it doesn't work like that. And it seems like a lot of times, especially when it comes to like government or people of power or people of celebrity status, especially in Hollywood, unfortunately, the sad world we live in, bad guys win. I mean, I'm not trying to be so negative. I'm not trying to sound like a certain goof that used to throw frisbees around. Anything like that. But bad guys do win a lot of times, especially, like I say, when it comes to they have power, and it's sad. But it's the good guys, the good people, I feel bad for them when they are the ones that get screwed over because of bad individuals. But that's life, and that's what makes the good people stronger. But I mean, sometimes a good person become broken and miserable because of bad people have just ruined their lives. It's like it's in the world, in this day, and that's what I'd like to see is just somehow a lot of these bad people get what's coming to them, and the good people stop suffering because of these horrible individuals, whether it's murderers, rapists, tax frauders, scammers, robbers, car thieves, child molesters, anything along those. Yeah, that's all as far as I'm concerned. Anyways, folks, thanks for stopping in. Kyle Hayes, thanks for coming in. Yeah, you're right. Time to call it the goose. I can't say that I'm in a better place right now, but I'm kind of not as much of in a miserable place right now. Just see how it goes. One day at a time.